cats do a weird thing, and Joe did this whenever we took him to a new office or something. Joe the cat, they hide. Like they don't a new environment. They're just like gone for like a week, and then they're fine.
Yeah,
there's like a weird like certain like statute of limitations, and the cat's like, well, I guess it's the way life's gonna be. So fucking
So they stayed in the garage. They stayed in the garage for a long time. They finally now they've opened up. And now they're walking around. And so at first, like Emma, so our dog, she was terrified because she hasn't had to deal with the cats in a while, and so she was pretty frightened of them again. But now they're kind of back to it where Kusei and Emma are friends, but then Uday's just a dick. Like Uday will he'll lay on the stairwell so Emma can't get upstairs.
Uday is a jerk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a total jerk.
With horses,
okay.
No, this is good about
Go ahead.
With horses, and this when a horse is like being ornery.
What are we talking about? Horses?
Horses.
How do you get on
Like, aren't you
horses?
supposed to like punch it? Right?
What? Those are
Are you
four
thinking-
stories
No, no,
crossed
Are you
in your
thinking
head.
of the horse puncher?
No, I'm not
supposed to
thinking.
punch it.
Someone was telling me that they volunteered for this like horse thing, and then they were saying like,
what's a horse thing?
I don't know, like a ranch or whatever.
They were like a competition.
And they were telling me it's like, yeah, well, when the horses act up, you just kind of give them a little, and I'm not, you just can't give them a little whack.
You can punch.
Yeah, no, that's what they're
Like in
you're
the
supposed to do.
face, or like
Yeah.
just kind of like hit him on the side.
That's
like,
what someone told me.
Like in the teeth?
No, I don't think you like.
Yeah,
Pull back a stump.
that story that turned into that fucking character in the RTA.
Yeah.
I punched a horse, but I did because it
But that
was
was
biting
instinctually.
somebody.
Well,
yeah.
that's
Big,
and
goofy horse
and that's
teeth.
what I was like. That's just like protocol for horses. It's like that's,
punch protocol.
That's what someone was telling me, and I don't spend a lot of time on horses.
Chris is very gullible.
Listen, treatment of animals is a very big deal, but I also know people who have spent a lot of time around livestock and horses, and I've heard the same thing, that horses are just like, they're tough as hell, and so you just like, to get their attention, you got to be ridiculously strong with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying like go beat up a horse. I'm just saying like if it's like being.
I think that's what you're saying.
sure?
Chris.
No, it was,
That's what I'm getting
I
at
don't
is-
know. I'm
Only if
it's
you
more-
get hired by a horse thing, then you can.
If you're at a place with horses.
But you don't. It's
You're at a
like
horse thing.
if they're like, yeah, like biting wives and stuff. You know.
Where did,
self-defense.
What?
how did we get on horses, though?
We were talking about. I
was talking about cats and dogs.
biting you, and you're like, you can't just pull it away. I'm
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And then I started thinking about the horses if it starts biting at you.
You're probably thinking about my story.
Yeah, Bernie's got
You must
first-hand
know
experience with a
about
horse
So
being...
no, this is like happened in the last month. I was talking to someone about horses.
How can you not remember any of the details?
Why were you talking to someone about
I was talking to
horses?
someone who said they volunteered at I don't know if it was a ranch or not. It was something with horses, and they said that's.
Was it an apartment?
How can you remember, Chris? How can you remember that somebody told you the story and not remember anything about it? Like you don't know where the person worked at
No,
all.
I just remember this. It just like.
Do you
clicked. I
remember
was
the person you were talking to?
No, I don't. I don't exactly remember much of the conversation.
Drunk or did they
Were you
punch?
drunk?
Did they punch you afterwards?
Yeah. Did you try biting him? Like,
No,
I mean, a lot of the stuff that has to do with horses in general is pretty, like, just normal interaction with a horse is pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like, spurs are metal spikes on your heels that you jab into their side. I mean, that's like, if somebody did that to me, that would be all
you'd run
I would
fast.
remember
I'd
about that
go
person.
fast.
I would run fast. Yeah, and it's like
You're trying to get them off your back, so you run really fast.
And even if I understand properly, the way reins work is that reins are attached to a metal bar that's between their teeth. And so when you yank it, their head goes that way because you're like jamming a metal bar into their teeth.
I don't know if it's always in between their teeth. I think they also can have like a muzzle type
That's
thing
just
over
horse
their mouth.
braces.
I could be wrong.
Horse braces.
Yeah, they need to
I
get
never
their
had
teeth.
headgear that anybody was behind me like yanking away on.
My aunt and uncle, they actually have horses and a donkey up in Weatherford, and Katie and I were up there on a little vacation. And it, like horses, man, those things they're like sturdy. Like you were saying, like I could totally understand like having like punch a horse in the side to get its attention, because those things just if they want to go somewhere, they'll just go right through you. Like they will just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so and apparently donkeys are like the assholes of like the large animal.
That's why they're called asses.
Is that it?
I don't think
You're
that's
acting like
why.
an ass, right?
I guess so, but I mean, like apparently donkeys, like they specifically got a donkey to scare off like coyotes and stuff, because donkeys just don't care. Like they will go after
We saw
coyotes.
a bunch of donkeys when we went
Yeah, we did.
skydiving.
They were nice.
We
There's like this
bring
awesome
you tea
little
or
like
something?
mini donkey thing.
the place where the
no.
skydiving
What's a
place.
mini donkey thing?
Oh, no.
It was just a donkey. Chris.
But is it a mini donkey ranch? The way you use the word thing, it's so interchangeable with everything. It means place.
We are at this place. It's a skydiving place, but it's also like they have animals roaming around there for some reason because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
because
So they had
safety's
llamas.
not an issue
Yeah,
in
no.
skydiving.
It's not. They had llamas. They had alpacas.
Goats.
Goats, donkeys,
What's the difference between a llama and an alpaca? I would not
something.
be able to.
Something.
Something right.
Clearly.
When you said it, were they mixing together?
They
Or was
have
it a clear
different-
line of
they
like they
have
were like,
different
"Those are
fur.
the alpacas over there."
Yeah, we don't talk to them.
I don't know what an alpaca even is.
I think they're hairier. Like fur. I don't know.
They look different. Their faces are different.
Yeah.
Chris is over there like they can't take a punch. Llama's got a much sturdier jaw.
Glass jaw.
I'll give them what's fault.
Can your it's your uncle that has it?
Yeah. So
Can your uncle's donkey can it sing?
I don't think so.
That's a big deal. Like for people with donkeys, that they sing in the morning.
Sing?
Yeah, they like bray, and it's
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah.
I don't know.
And
That
I knew a
must
guy
sound
who had a
terrible.
donkey once, and he would sing to it, and it would sing back. Like it would like I mean, it's like hee haw, like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that stuff. But
No.
it would do it.
I don't think so, but all I know now is Katie absolutely wants a donkey. Like she was looking through like the city
Good
of Austin.
call.
She was looking through the city of Austin like regulations and stuff if we could have a donkey. And apparently in the city of Austin, if you want to own a donkey, you can own a donkey.
You guys
Can
should
I-
go
can I-
pick one out at
well,
the
the problem is
skydiving
we have an
place.
HOA, so like the homeowners association, I'm assuming wouldn't let us have a donkey, but
Yeah.
My
Well, I
advice-
looked up on Google donkey S, and it filled in singing.
My
So-
my advice was, don't get a donkey, get a goat.
okay.
I used to have goats. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're really
Wait.
fun.
Actually, it filled in donkey.
You used to have
show.
goats?
Yeah.
Wait, like
Not-
was second.
Whole different show.
Thing was second.
what?
Wait,
I-
so
I-
you had a goat?
He had
Yeah, I
goats?
had lots of goats.
Wait, did
Where?
you live on a farm?
Not really.
was-
out
that
in
was
the
a thing.
country.
It was a
I
goat
lived
thing.
I lived out in the country in high school, and we had goats, we had pigs, we had cows.
Did you
eat
have
goats?
horses?
No, I wouldn't eat them. They were like our pets.
Oh, they were pet goats? I
Yeah.
know lots of people grew up eating
Yeah,
goats.
no, they were awesome. They're
Yeah.
really cool, fun animals, and they do this like they're so fun.
Fun. What's fun
They,
about
they,
a goat?
they like having fun. Like,
What
like
does that
like you go
mean?
sledding with them,
no,
or
well, no, they like to dance, and I sort of like
The
have you ever
donkey
seen-
would sing and the goats would dance.
No,
Wait, they like to
have you ever
dance?
seen it? Yeah, have you ever seen goats? Like, they do this like kind of like they jump. They'll climb up on stuff and just jump.
okay?
I don't think that's dancing.
Well, what is it?
Jumping?
climbing on things
No,
and jumping off.
They
of
just
it?
like they
They're
just
playing.
enjoy. Yeah, they like
They're
to play.
playing. It's
Okay.
not dancing.
They climb on each other. Like they
Is
bounce
it-
off each
They'll
other.
do. They'd like climb up on top of cars and just like dance around up on it.
Chris is literally like doing a shimmy, like with his arms. like
I just imagine donkeys just getting down,
Yeah.
just grooving.
No, goats are awesome. Like, and you get a little miniature goat that doesn't get more than like 2 or 3 feet. And
Yeah.
it's way smaller than a donkey, even a miniature little donkey thing.
Okay.
a 3-foot donkey. A 3-foot goat is pretty big.
Two or whatever that is.
Okay,
Like knee,
that's like
knee
a foot and a
height.
half.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like having goats. I remember at one of the first PAXs I went to in Seattle, there was like a grass berm next to the convention center, and they actually had goats. They had rented goats to just let out to eat the grass there.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's kind of cool. Like that'd be nice actually.
When we were doing iBlade, we looked into renting goats.
Oh, yeah?
You
Rent a
can't. You can't rent goats. No.
You can totally rent goats.
Well, yeah, but not. It's harder than you think to come up with a goat. What we ended up doing, there's this guy who was like, there's this
Keep
guy.
going, please keep going.
There's this guy who was selling goats and selling them, and Brandon was like, "Hey, can we?" It was like goats are cheap, by the way. Another reason you should get them over a donkey.
Okay.
But he was selling these goats, and they were like $70 or something. And we're like, "Hey, all right, we don't want the goat. Can we just pay you $70 to borrow it for the afternoon?" And then Brandon worked it out with him, and it like ended up happening. And then we had the goat, and we were shooting with it, and we shot for like a couple hours.
Did you have to like walk around the goat and check it for dents or anything beforehand? How did that
No,
work?
well, no, he was just, and then Brandon was like,
You want
I don't think
insurance?
they're gonna let us give them back the goat. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I think they want us to keep the goat.
Like this
So
guy was trying to get rid
Brandon
of him.
just negotiated a cheaper goat. That's what Brandon
No, he
negotiated.
paid full price
he
for the
paid
goat.
full price for the goat, but he was like, I think he wants us to keep the goat.
What he paid full? What an idiot! He paid full price, and then they were like, "Yeah, just bring it back later." Wah wah.
Well, no, but like,
not
no,
charging
they
a
wanted
bunch
to
of
get
laser
rid.
team.
They wanted to get rid of the goat. The guy who bought the goat
Yeah,
was like,
I understand the story. Brandon got suckered. Yeah.
but then
He's a
price for
very
a goat he didn't
he's a
want.
very bad negotiator.
Oh, thank
boo.
you,
but
Bob.
whenever we tried to return the goat, the guy was like, no, it's your goat.
Congratulations, Bob.
Wait,
And-
he said it was your goat?
Yeah, he wouldn't.
You paid full price for it. That's what I'm saying. You got suckered.
But we didn't want the goat, so then
I
Brandon.
understand. You listen, Chris. You act like I don't understand. You don't understand. You got suckered into buying a goat. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. When I go rent a car and I say, "Hey, I want the Ford Fiesta for rental," they go, "Great, that'll be $23,000."
You're like, awesome. I'll bring it back in 3 days.
I
And
just
we'll
think
give you
Brandon
back.
just didn't want to bother with owning a goat, so he
Well-
was willing to pay full price just to rent it.
Yeah, he
Why did
might
you pay
have.
full price though? Why didn't you pay like You only want a portion of the goat. We have a lease on the goat. It's not a full purchase.
Whatever the case may be, we ended up with a goat that the guy didn't want back.
So what did you do with it?
Brandon just stuck it in his yard and ran off.
Oh, the guy's yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goat
I thought you meant
abandonment.
Brandon's yard.
No. Like he's like, all right, he just put it in the guy's yard and then left.
So the guy got a free goat back.
he got his free
Yeah.
goat back, but then
He's up 70 bones.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for that guy.
Unless
Well,
there's
now, if I think about it, though, actually, Brandon's transaction might make sense because if I was going to let some guy take away my goat, give me $70 as a deposit, right?
I guess so.
Because it's like then the guy like then you go home. It's like, hey, where's the goat? It's like I rented it. What do you mean? Like your goat manager, be like, you don't rent goats. It's like, oh no, they're bringing it back. It's like,
Goat
nope,
manager.
that goat's gone
Goat manager.
for $20. So it totally makes sense actually that he would give him the full price.
I also
Yeah.
like how that goat was in that shot for what, 10 seconds?
What do you think would be the weirdest thing to be in an earthquake? Like I was on a trampoline in an earthquake, or I was on or like horse, or you know what I mean? So something that's like
Horse.
Oh, coming back to the horse.
no, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Like
on a
something
horse.
that's like
The horse would probably freak out, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't
like-
want to be on a horse.
If you said I was on a horse during an earthquake, I wouldn't ask where was the earthquake. I would ask why are we on a horse. That's, I would
or like
immediately
in a
say,
pool or something.
Swimming pool.
Like if you're in a pool, like
Yeah,
how,
because I
what is that
imagine that's
like?
probably like
So
it ripples a little
the
bit.
new big thing is like have you
D-box chair.
have you heard of people going to like deprivation chambers?
Oh, yeah, there's
apparently
one-
that's like the new big thing.
There's
It's
one
like,
in Austin.
Yeah. So
Right by my
apparently-
house.
My friend did one up in Fort Worth, and he's like, "It's really cool. You should check it out." Imagine being in one of those during an earthquake. That would mess with you because it's pitch black and you're in like a foot of
What's
water.
the point of
Wait,
it?
so
What
yeah.
is this thing?
Apparently, it's like meditation, right? I
Well,
don't know.
basically, what it is you rob your mind of any external input. So they put you in a tank of water that the salinity kind of balances out your buoyancy, so you float. And then the water is the same temperature as your skin, so it's supposed to feel like you're not supposed to feel it either. You know, it's supposed to be like perfect temperature, like dead even with your skin. And then they close the lid, like they put you in a pod, close the lid where there's no sight and
Are
no
you
sound.
lying on your back?
And you're just floating in this thing. From what I understand, I've never done it before. This is what I understand. And then you go total sensory deprivation. And then when your mind does not have anything, it just starts to generate it. So it's like I've heard people have like hallucinations.
Yeah.
They have pure thoughts and all this stuff. And people swear by it.
Yeah.
And there's one in Austin. I believe it's called the Zero Gravity Institute. I think that's what it's called.
That's it.
Nailed it?
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking A, Patrick.
Nice.
We should check that out.
Is
I
that-
would not do
company-
that.
Yeah, I don't know if
trip,
I'd
I
want to
would
do that.
absolutely do that.
Is there
I
like
would
a,
not.
I don't trust
Is there
myself
like
in that.
I like being in my
quick
own brain,
release
so
or
I'm fine.
something?
It's going.
Yeah, could you like get out if you
Like,
want to?
Yeah. There's a apparent. Well, at least the one my buddy went to, he said there was a button you could hit to turn the light on.
Okay.
And then I'm sure it's like a panic switch or
Because
something.
I would
you
feel
gotta
like
give
I
him a
would
goat.
I would freak out in there.
Yeah. So here's what it looks like if you're watching the stream at home.
Kind of looks like
Looks like a gym shower.
yeah.
or a freezer?
It looks
Not
like a
at all
giant
what I
white
thought
box.
it would look like.
Yeah, I imagine some pod type thing. Like
Do you go in naked?
I don't know.
Why is that your first question?
Well, then it's just
Because
well. Yeah, and
If
here's
it's
the question
supposed
too:
to-
if you go naked, is it just a bunch of guys like, what else am I gonna do? I'm
What does that
naked.
mean?
Well, people
What?
just jerking off in the deprivation chambers.
is that your first thought when you're
Really?
naked? Is what I guess
No,
I just
when you're
jerk
by
off.
yourself, that's immediately what you go to. Not like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy this peaceful time with myself and see what
Oh,
my
well,
brain
that's
comes
what-
up with. It's
what
like,
else?
nope, spanking time.
It's enjoying
You're
a
alone
peaceful
with your
time.
thoughts.
How much does something like that cost? Are you looking that up right now, Burns? Or
No. I
Okay.
was looking at questions on Twitter actually, see if anybody had anything.
man,
75 bones. So,
That's-
Patrick, have you done this before?
No,
He's
Oh,
just an
Patrick's
expert
looking
in
at
it
the
for some
website.
reason. How suspect?
we should.
But
We
I would
should
like to
have
check that
some.
out.
Patrick, our
You should
producer,
go.
is saying, giving us, feeding us information about this. He says it's $75, but that he's never done it
Okay,
before.
so looks
Wink.
like he's wearing a bathing. Although it's just a picture of it, so
it looks like his
maybe you do
legs
go
are
in naked.
sticks too from this angle.
Yeah, fucking skip leg day, bro.
Yeah,
Looks
no,
like a
I'm all
turkey.
about that. Like I like that. I like that kind of experience, sort of that peaceful
So go do it.
experience. I'll give it a shot.
Go do it. Dude, go build one. Go
You
do
know
it
what?
in your- in
Okay,
your
let me
bathroom.
tell you something I did that I might catch some flack for. I don't know, maybe not, but probably not. I got I've gotten massages before. Like I got a subscription to the local place to get massages.
Is that a weird thing? Because I know another dude recently. I don't want to call him out because Gavin will get mad at me. But he said he'd never gotten a massage before, and he was thinking about getting one coming up. And it was like a decision.
Oh no, they're awesome. Like,
But is it a weird thing to
No.
get a massage? Is it?
Not
I
at
don't
all.
think- I've gotten massages.
I've
before.
only
It's
gotten
fun.
2 in my life, and they were both
Yeah, but
terrible.
Chris, when you say with a weird smile on your face, it's so weird. You make
Yeah,
it
it's
weird.
fun.
No, it's just like it's.
I mean, I was alone for 5 minutes before he came in. So
Here's what you do: you just get a couple goats and you lay on the ground,
throw grass
and
on your
dance
back.
on your
and then
back.
you punch your masseuse.
No, I've never had like a.
That's how you get out at the end.
no,
They
I've
start
never,
biting you. That's when you start punching.
Sucker punch the masseuse.
I've never done like an actual or not a one of those massages.
Chris, listen.
Let him finish.
Nobody can see it, but no. When he said the massage thing, demonstrated massage. Chris went underhanded with massage. What does that
I've
mean?
never done that.
What's it-
I've
what-
never
what-
done.
If a masseuse comes at you like
Yeah,
this,
that's-
with underhanded, just get away.
No,
Yeah.
the only massages I've been to were just normal massages.
But why are you going like this?
What's somebody rubbing your
I'm gonna
arms
put-
for?
I wish
He's
if
sitting
you're
on his
listening to audio
hands now.
podcast, I wish there's nothing more unnormal than Chris describing physically what normal looks like. It's like he's like picking at his own arm. It's like slowly.
Usually, if you're demonstrating massage, you go like this. You pretend to rub shoulders.
Shoulders.
Yeah, okay,
Do
all right.
thumbs.
Well,
Yeah. Rotate
yeah.
the thumbs. Video game style.
All right, yeah. So
Joystick.
the only
Chris is doing his
no,
best.
it's
your
not.
massage-
It's not this.
Chris is doing his best.
continue your massage
Like
story.
a
I didn't-
bear.
I've only had normal massages. Is what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm saying.
For the record.
All right. So anyway, so
Wait, but where were you going with that?
All I said was massages are nice.
Oh, okay.
And he's had one. So
yes,
we've all
only
had
normal
massages.
though.
Totally normal thing.
Totally normal. So anyway, so we were getting massages, and I called up and I was like, "Hey, I've got like 3 free hours. Can you book in a massage here?" They said, "Sure. Your masseuse will be Preston." And I was like, I've never had a dude massage me before. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'm never going back.
Really?
It was awesome. Like they have like strength in their hands.
You're never gonna go back the old way.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you'd never
typically-
go back to the dude.
No, typically you get like like a female massage a male and vice versa. And so this is the first time I actually had a guy rub my shoulders. Like, holy shit! Like I've never had that much pressure and stuff before.
Yeah.
Like it's
Stronger
really
hands
really
usually.
good. So anyway, so I totally recommend you get a guy masseuse. It's the way to go.
I had a massage one time. That was the worst
Oh,
experience
Tumblr's
of my
down.
life.
No, it's on fire. It's totally
Sorry, go
different.
ahead.
I was saying I had a massage one time, like professional massage.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience of my life.
Why is that?
Yeah.
I don't know where in the communication process they thought that I wanted like a deep tissue massage.
Oh.
But I did not.
Yeah.
And considering this was my first massage I've ever had,
You were probably like nervous
it
and didn't know what
was
to say.
exactly, and it hurt like it was a 60-minute massage. It hurt the entire time. And I was in physical pain like the whole time, just like
Now-
in pain like that.
Who was the masseuse? Like,
It was a woman. I don't know her name.
what'd she look like?
Cheryl.
She was a white lady.
Oh yeah,
with-
let me tell you something. This is a warning to everybody. Not to be racist. That means I'm about to be racist. If you see a short Asian lady coming to give you a massage, run the fuck away. They are the strongest people on the fucking
Yeah.
planet. They are mean. They are like
down.
massage in Asia means like we're gonna make you scream at the top of your lungs for an hour so that you appreciate the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's what it is, basically. it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially like they have. I've never done it, but I've read reports like foot massage. They have those places like all over San Francisco. They have
Yeah,
those foot massage places. It's a big thing in
The
Asian culture.
reflexology and all that.
Yeah, there you go. And apparently that is fucking brutal. But
Yeah.
everybody who does it swears by it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some people like it, and
Yeah.
it relieves a lot of tension, I guess. And I apparently had a lot of knots in my muscles that she would work all the way through my back, and I would feel it going all the way down, and it would be just excruciating. I got physically sick after it.
They say that's a thing like
Because-
toxins coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
actually
always-
got a fever, and I had the chills for like 4 days after
You're supposed
it.
to drink a lot of water after you get out of
Yeah,
those
I did
things.
not know that. She didn't
Yeah.
tell me that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little. That always sounds a little sketchy. It's like you got toxins seeping out of your muscles. I'm like, what are you? I don't have toxins. You shut up.
What are you talking about?
How you
Barbara.
dare you?
Sorry.
You're reaching.
Sorry.
But,
what happens
but yeah,
when
no,
I
like so it was awesome, and then like I was actually sore the next day, like my back was hurting the next day because like he'd actually done it properly for the first time in my life. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's what a massage is supposed to do to you. Cool.
Yeah.
Because I have very high pain tolerance, and so like basically when I tell him like how hard do you want, I'm like try to hurt me, like you won't hurt me, try to hurt me, and he got the closest anybody ever has, and it was fantastic. So
Busted out a fucking jackhammer.
don't laugh at me. I hear you laugh.
Katie's off behind us laughing.
So
That was a
The
pun.
there's the other thing too that I've seen. I think it's called goisha. It's like they take a bone handle thing, and they use that tiger balm, and they just rub like There's a couple weird things in massage, like cupping that looks like you got attacked by a freaking octopus. Monty's girlfriend does that.
Oh, I saw that on a thing, TV show.
Yeah, they like take a jar.
Okay.
It's a little round jar. I mean, it doesn't have to be a round jar. It's just like jar. And they put a flame in it, so they heat the air in it. Then they immediately put it on your back.
Oh,
Not
so-
with the flame to burn you, but so then the air contracts and it sucks in there. It's a vacuum.
So it's like sucking sections of your skin up in these.
Have you done it, Barb?
No, I've seen pictures of it, but
That
that's what it
sounds
looks
dangerous.
Yeah, there you go. And
Ugh.
that's actually a device I've seen. We're showing a picture here of somebody who's using had a cupping device on him, and it's like
Looks
a
like
gun.
she has a bunch of huge nipples
That's
on her
those
back.
little things. And then sometimes they use like I guess oil or whatever in your back, some kind of lubricant, and then they slide those things around.
Ugh.
But that'll leave like it looks like somebody got attacked by an octopus because
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
sucker marks all over them. But the goi sha is like the pictures from that stuff. It's like the big Chinese philosophy of like meridians and stuff, which I don't necessarily believe in, but they go along those. So people have like these like big, huge, like red, like massive. It looks like you can see the ribs in their back, but it's just bruises along their back. And people fucking swear by it. They just swear by it. And I think the logic I read is if you rub the area and it turns red like that, it's like that's because it shows that there's stagnant blood. It's like, no, you're rubbing there as hard as you can
Yeah.
with a bone handle.
You're creating a
rubbing
bruise.
your
That's
skin.
totally different.
Yeah, it's like if I hit you in the hammer, it's like you had brain damage.
Yeah.
And that's how we tested it by hitting you with a fucking hammer.
Yeah, that's
You
gonna
guys hear
be
about the monkey who took the picture?
No, what about the monkey?
yeah.
So they ruled that a monkey took a selfie of itself.
Yeah.
Like it took a photographer's camera and it took its own picture. And that picture went viral and went everywhere. And the photographer sued like a publication they had
monkey?
up and said, take it down. And the publisher said, it's not your picture. It's the monkey's picture.
Yeah.
The monkey owns the copyright. And the photographer's like, go fuck yourself. The monkey owns the copyright. The court ruled the monkey took the picture.
Yeah.
Like, the monkey owns the copyright, and the photographer, the guy who owned the camera, doesn't have any rights to it.
That's so
Hey,
awesome.
That
I'm
is
all
the
for
weirdest
that.
story I've heard
Yeah,
this entire year.
But I actually agree with it.
But,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
it's like yeah.
If I loaned you my camera and you took a photo, it would be your photo.
Okay, no, the hypothetical. I have a GoPro with a little collar on it. I hit record and then put it on a cat and send the cat out. It comes back and I take it off and hit stop. Is it mine or the cat's?
Well, that's yours. That'd be like.
because I mean, I started the recording, but the monkey literally hit the button to take the photo. So I imagine that adds ownership to it. And so is it who touches the button?
Well, it's like I think it's who's license. Like so, a film production hires a monkey to take a photo.
Okay, the film production company hires a monkey.
If the monkey
to take
signed a contract.
photo.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Well,
the picture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the photo. The
That's a
monkey
good-looking
selfie.
monkey.
No, that's a human,
Yeah.
Barbara. The monkey's
Now
on the.
I think that
Good one.
if the guy had
Sick burn.
like if he just took the photo and put it out, like this is the photo that the monkey took. If he did that, then you could say it's the monkey's photo. However, if before he had ever released it, if he'd have filtered it or color corrected it, then he could say that's my work that I did,
Yeah.
and there's no original. You know that this is the only thing that's published is this work that I created with the help of the monkey.
But he uploaded the photo.
Yeah, he did put it. I guess he put up the original, and the original photo is property of the monkey.
Even though
once
he uploaded it.
Once monkeys figure out Instagram, we're all fucked, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that he can't claim copyright to the photo because the monkey owns it.
Man.
Owns that copyright.
We should
That's
wrap
awesome.
up
That's
on that
so
note.
awesome.
It's weird to say
That's
that.
really
Real quick,
awesome.
Though going back.